Tomorrow I'll come for you. Come as you are, with the scars you hide, the smiles you practice, and the truth you only whisper in the dark. Be ready tonight. I will arrive with all the apologies I never learned to say and the promises I finally mean. Wait by the window. I will cross the distance between our regrets and lay down a map where we can start again. Tomorrow I'll come for you, carrying every small kindness I've been hoarding to patch the places that loneliness hollowed out. Be ready to look at me like nothing we've lived before ever happened, or like everything we lived was leading to this moment. I'll come for you with my hands full of quiet courage and my pockets emptied of excuses. Let us be brave together. Tomorrow I'll come for you to sit in the silence we owe each other and finally learn the language of staying. Be ready for imperfect tenderness. I will bring my messy, honest love and ask only that you meet me halfway. I'll come for you not to rescue, but to remember with you why we chose each other in the first place. Be ready to laugh until the past loosens its grip. I'll bring the kind of laughter that makes old wounds sleep. Tomorrow, I'll come for you with a map of the things I failed to notice and a list of the things I will never miss again. Be ready to let go of being someone's echo. I will show up to hear your true voice for the first time. I'll come for you like a tide that finally remembers the shore, steady, inevitable, and patient in its reach. Be ready when I arrive. I'll hand you the keys to the parts of me I kept locked and ask you to keep them safe. Tomorrow, I'll come for you carrying an apology, written in small, honest acts, not grand phrases that vanish with morning light. Be ready to forgive the parts of us that were only trying to survive. I will teach my hands to be gentle. I'll come for you with a lantern for your doubts and a blanket for the midnight where fear used to live. Be ready to tell me everything you've tucked away. I promise I will listen as if you were the last story on earth. Tomorrow, I'll come for you with a suitcase of memories and a willingness to leave behind the ones that hurt us most. Be ready for confession and celebration in the same breath. I will arrive with both a truth and a toast. I'll come for you with the patience of someone who's watched seasons change and learned that love grows slowly, like moss on stone. Be ready to be seen without filters. I will stand before you without any armor and ask only the same in return. Tomorrow, I'll come for you to trade silence for conversation and distance for a hand that won't let go. Be ready to dance in the kitchen at midnight. I'll bring a song that speaks only to the two of us. I'll come for you with the stubbornness of someone who believes certain loves are worth repairing, brick by tired brick, Be ready to wake from the sleepy compromises and live awake with intention. I will be your alarm and your refuge. Tomorrow, I'll come for you not with answers, but with a map and a willingness to navigate unknown roads together. Be ready for small rebellions. I'll steal you from routine and give you back afternoons that feel like mirrors. I'll come for you, bringing the quiet determination to learn your small joys and defend them fiercely. Be ready to share the table. I'll bring food for the body and words for the place hunger lived. Tomorrow, I'll come for you with pages of things I've rewritten in my head. Now I'll speak them aloud and mean them. Be ready for a tender reckoning. I will come to claim the parts of us that still deserve careful tending. I'll come for you like a letter finally delivered, long delayed, full of confessed mistakes and brimming with hope. Be ready to trade the script for spontaneity. I'll arrive with no plan but to listen and to stay. Tomorrow I'll come for you with an offer to be ordinary together. Imperfect routines that feel like home. Be ready for the kind of silence that isn't empty but is full of understanding. I will sit in it beside you. I'll come for you bearing the kind of apology that builds instead of just asks for forgiveness. Be ready to be surprised by tenderness. I will arrive softly, like rain after too long drought. Tomorrow I'll come for you with an atlas of small delight, coffee at dawn, the first song of spring, a promise kept. Be ready to let me love you in the ordinary ways that become extraordinary when they are constant. I'll come for you not to fix what time has worn, but to walk with you while we mend it, stitch by careful stitch. Be ready to tell me what scares you and what lights you up. I'll learn both as if they are sacred. Tomorrow I'll come for you with the fierce patience of someone who finally recognizes what matters. Be ready to take off the mask you present to the world. I will celebrate the face underneath with every imperfect line. Tomorrow I'll come for you, carrying the version of me you always believed I could be, the one that finally understands why you waited. Be ready to see the fire in my eyes turn gentle. I no longer burn to destroy, only to keep you warm. Tomorrow I'll come for you with every apology I rehearsed in silence, ready to whisper them against your heartbeat. Be ready to let go of pride. I'm coming not to win, but to love without defenses. Tomorrow I'll come for you, like dawn after a sleepless night, quiet but inevitable, full of light you can trust again. Be ready for hands that shake but reach anyway. I've been trembling with hope for far too long. Tomorrow I'll come for you, not to remind you of our past, but to ask if your heart still remembers my rhythm. Be ready to hear your name spoken softly, like a prayer that's been waiting for its amen. Tomorrow I'll come for you, wearing every mistake I've made like armor, because honesty is the only thing I have left. Be ready to forgive the parts of me that never knew how to stay. Tomorrow I'll come for you with the stories from the years we spent apart, stories that all somehow lead back to you. Be ready to feel time slow down. I'm coming to rewrite the moment we should have never ended. Tomorrow I'll come for you, not to take you away, but to remind you that home still exists in the spaces between us. Be ready for tears you didn't plan to cry, the kind that heal, not hurt. Tomorrow I'll come for you, carrying all the laughter you once loved, wrapped carefully around my regrets. Be ready to believe in softness again, even if your heart has learned to live behind walls. Tomorrow I'll come for you with a question, not, do you still love me, but, can you feel me when I say your name? Be ready for silence that speaks more than our words ever could. Tomorrow I'll come for you with a promise. No more half-truths, no more running, no more almost. Be ready for a love that stays, even when the world trembles. Tomorrow, I'll come for you with my voice steady, because I've practiced saying your name without breaking. Be ready to look into my eyes and find all the tomorrows we lost. Tomorrow, I'll come for you like rain to forgotten soil, slow, tender, determined to bring life back. Be ready to be touched by a calm that feels like redemption. Tomorrow I'll come for you after burning every bridge that led me anywhere else. Be ready to open your door without hesitation. I'll be standing there with peace in my hands. Tomorrow I'll come for you, not as who I was, but as who I've become through the ache of missing you. Be ready to meet me halfway, even if your steps are small. Tomorrow I'll come for you with the patience I never had before, the kind that waits for a heart to feel safe again. Be ready to feel the air shift when our eyes meet. The universe remembers us. Tomorrow, I'll come for you with words I never dared say. You are the reason I still believe in forever. Be ready for a night that feels like the first time we met. Uncertain, electric, beautiful. Tomorrow, I'll come for you holding the truth like a fragile flame, praying you'll help me keep it alive. Be ready to see me as a man who finally understands the meaning of surrender. Tomorrow I'll come for you after every storm, carrying the calm you always wished I'd become. Be ready to let me hold you without questions, because answers will only ruin the magic of reunion. Tomorrow I'll come for you with memories I've polished until they shine. Every smile, every glance, every almost. Be ready to close your eyes when I say your name. Some moments are meant to be felt, not seen. Tomorrow I'll come for you with the sound of my heart against the silence, begging you to listen. Be ready for the ache that comes before the peace. Healing always hurts a little first. Tomorrow I'll come for you with the courage to say I was wrong and the grace to stay even if you turn away. Be ready to see me unguarded, stripped of pride and made of longing. Tomorrow I'll come for you, not expecting to be loved, but hoping to be understood. Be ready to see what love looks like when it refuses to die. Tomorrow I'll come for you, following the trail of unfinished sentences and unspoken dreams we left behind. Be ready for the moment. Time bends in our favor. It will feel like destiny correcting itself. Tomorrow I'll come for you, carrying the scent of the night we promised we'd never forget. Be ready to remember, even if remembering hurts. Tomorrow I'll come for you, wearing your favorite color, just to remind you how deeply I still pay attention. Be ready to find yourself in my gaze again, the place where you've always belonged. Tomorrow I'll come for you with no words rehearsed, just a pulse that knows where it's supposed to go. Be ready to feel that old spark reignite, the one we thought time had buried.